Story time. All right, so I'll tell 3 quick stories. So real quick, the first one as far as examples of confidence and taking L's in order to gain confidence and in order to learn how to have confidence. All right, let's go back as far as high school. Tried out for the high school basketball. Was it my freshman year of high school. So I was about 14 years old. So let me tell you, man, plus, you understand I had an older brother already in high school, so he already made a name for himself. So, the name was already in the high school, so I came up in there. Like I've already said in other videos, I've been a select dude for a long time, so when it came to the ladies, that wasn't an issue. So I was select with the ladies, getting chosen or whatever the case may be. So that wasn't an issue. And I played sports, and I did not live too far away from my high school. So before basketball season started, some of the fellas would come to my backyard, and we run 3-on-3s in my backyard, whatever the case may be. And I was doing my thizzle. You know what I mean? It was my backyard, so the home court advantage. The angles, the shots, the distances, and all that. So I was Curry before Curry was Curry. You know what I mean? To be honest, Del Curry, his pops, was one of my favorite players back in the day. So I used to shoot like Del Curry. Still got the shot. Whoever wanted, come holler at me. But anyway, shooting like Del Curry. My handle wasn't like that. You could say my handles was like the current Curry. You know what I'm saying? Like Curry was at Davidson. It wasn't all that, but my shot was always there. But anyway, I say all that to say, so people knew, you know what I'm saying, I could ball. So when I tried out for the freshman team, we was doing the tryouts, and I ain't gonna front, I was a little nervous. You know what I mean? Like, I never really played quote unquote professional sports at the time. The most I ever did was like CYOs, you know what I mean? So it was like, dudes around the block, but I wasn't really used to playing with dudes from different cities, different towns and all that. So I ain't gonna front. My little 14-year-old self was a little nervous. So I was still doing my thing, but I wasn't playing to my full potential. And even I knew it, but truth be told, I was still busting ass. So not even long story short. So during practices, I'll be busting ass, and my thing is I'm a shooting guard. Like for me, my natural position was a shooting guard, and that's why I say what I say about my handle, because my handle wasn't no Allen Iverson or nothing like that. But I could hold my own. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't getting stripped or my cookies wasn't getting taken, but my handle was there. But I knew there was better people on the team to handle that position, but the coach wanted me to play the number 1 position because he saw the natural leadership skills that I had. So long story short, with that, I would try to tell him, like, yo, this ain't my position, coach. Though, let me play like, what's the name, Allen. Let me play like Ray Allen off the ball. Play like Reggie Miller. Yo, I'm good. That's even better for me. Like, instead of me bringing the ball up and shit, I'm expending too much energy, and he's looking at me, and he's giving me great coaching. The point I'm making is, I was not receiving his coaching well, and I will never forget this. I'm telling you, I heard this all the way back when I was 14, man. Almost more than 20 years later, I still remember him telling me. He's like, yo, you know what your problem is, man? You don't know how to take constructive criticism. He said, ain't nothing I told you that was disrespectful, that degraded you, or anything like that. All I'm trying to tell you is to make you a better basketball player. And in that moment, I stopped and I thought about everything he had told me. And everything he told me was to better my basketball skills, man. So from that day on, I learned how to take constructive criticism, okay? So that helped in confidence, because now I'm able to better myself when somebody says like, yo, I don't know, another constructive criticism. I don't know, like, relax a little bit. Like, motherfuckers used to tell me, like, yo, relax, smile a little bit, man. Like, it ain't always, like, you'll be looking too militant. And at first I was like, fuck you telling me to be smile for? Who am I smiling for? And this, that, and the third. But I thought about it like, yeah, like, I'm not a mean dude. Like, I'm not a mean-spirited person, so I don't need to walk around looking like I'm ready to chop somebody's head off, even though that's the way I feel at times, being a black man walking in America. But that's the type of criticism that I can take now. So now, once in a while, I smile a bit. Look me on the camera. I'll be laughing and smiling, but in real life, that's not the way I am. But I realize if I'm on camera, I gotta be a little bit more personable, man. So that's ways that I learned. Another short time story I can tell you, real short. Another lesson that I learned. But so anyway, the basketball story, I learned constructive criticism. That was the lesson I learned. Next short story. Med school, man. That could be a whole episode in itself. But what I'll say about that is this. What I learned from being dismissed from med school is that everything ain't cracked up to what you think it is, man. Like I learned that they don't even teach you how to make your money in med school. I learned that they rather teach you how to prescribe medications to people rather than, find a cure for the ailment, right? And it was for me being dismissed that kind of pushed me into the red pill mindset, because it was from that experience, from that lesson, is when I learned that society's narrative isn't real. Society's narrative is exactly what it is. It's a narrative. It's a story. It's something they want you to believe, but it's not reality. Like, I can tell you stories for days of what I see in the hospital, man. That's what I tell people all the time. Eat right. You know what I'm saying? Exercise, because make sure you're not in the operating room, because once you're under anesthesia, you're at the you are at the whim of anesthesia, nurses, doctors, and everybody else in the room, man. So basically what I learned from med school is do you. Do what your heart desires, not what people tell you to do, not what careers people say is most, lucrative. Cause like I said, some people go to work and hate what they do. I'm never gonna do that, man. I love what I do, man. I help save lives all day, every day. Last short story I'll tell you. And so to back up, what I learned from med school is basically the red pill mindset. That was a lesson in itself. That experience helped me in my confidence, as far as, because I still work in the healthcare field. The people I work with in the healthcare field do not know that I have a medical school experience. So I don't let them know the knowledge that I have in healthcare: biology, anatomy, physiology, anesthesia, microbiology, pharmacology. I don't organic chemistry. I don't tell them about. I don't let them know about any of that. But I dive and delve in those conversations. Then when I dive and delve, and then when they see that what I'm spitting is facts, they just leave the conversation, or they end up looking at me like, "Yo, how the hell does he know this stuff, man? Like, he's a black guy. He's only working in this position." Because they don't know my educational background. Period. They don't know I have a degree. You know what I'm saying? Bachelor's degree, whatever I have my bachelor's degree in. That's not something I flaunt. But I say that to say that gives me confidence to speak on whatever the hell I want to speak on, because I know what the hell I'm talking about. So that's the med school story. Last little story is about my last long-term relationship, which was actually my last relationship, 8-year relationship, whatever the case may be. But what I learned from that and how it made me gain confidence is I did it society's way. I find a girl, I got a girlfriend, moved in together, never cheated on her, treated her like a queen. You know what I mean? She cooks, she cleans, so I definitely got to give her that. She was definitely, cooking was good. She definitely was one of the, if not the cleanest woman I've ever been with. But I lost myself in that relationship. I cut off all my female friends. That's basically the main thing. I cut off all my female friends. A lot of the decisions I was making was based on, with her being involved. And I did all of that for her to break up with me in the end, because she decided that she wanted to move back with her family. And at the same time, I was still in medical school, so she left me, high and dry with, paying for, an apartment I couldn't afford while still having to maintain medical school. So with all that being said, what I learned from that relationship is that you have to stay on your purpose. You have to remain on your train. You have to, allow a woman into your life, not meld. She becomes onto your team. She becomes an employee in your business.